Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. What's going on, everybody? This is ShanGO, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece. When that monkey mind wants to take over, and that's going to happen, you know. This is the energy reading for my beloved magical board members of the 555 Juju crew. Okay. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that, what is that? You can always go to www.shango-ray.com, find out what it is, find out if it's something that you may discover your own reasons for wanting to be a part of. Um, we are working with basically a magical hedge fund, a magical energetic hedge fund, I guess you could say, energy for the sole purpose of enhancing our individual magical works of all of us who are involved in this and committed to this. So this is also part of the whole get up is you guys get a energy reading for board active board members. Okay, so when you do join, um, I did ask you to choose a number. You can stick with that number. You can even choose a number right now. Hell, you can even choose two or three numbers depending, whatever. So between 1 and 9, and I'm going to start with the number 9. No, excuse me. I'm going to start with the number 1. All right. So that's what we're going to do here. I hope y'all are well. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Well, we're almost into another weekend now. So here we go with this. All right. Peace. And also, before I get started, I wanted to say that this one I just feel is going to be it's going to be more forecasting. Okay. I might bring up something that's coming up or whatever, or has just been recently, but I feel more or less the majority of this is forecasting. Okay. Uh, Things that are right on the precipice of entering, your reality, different things. Okay. So, number one, I wish you could see this nice, beautiful Ace of Hearts right side up. There's something now for you number oneers, okay, that something beginning that has passion for you, has your heart in it, or that you can put your heart in it. Whether that's a relationship, for some of you, it will be uh, some type of relationship beginning or forming or something like that, a romantic relationship. It may even be the addition of a love, such as a child or news of a birth. And this is also applying to something that you're doing, something that is a work of the heart, okay? And I really feel a particular lean towards that option, for a lot of you number oneers, so uh, it's no accident you got the ace, which is one. So um, there is definitely something new on the horizon coming towards you. Okay. Anything else we can get with this number one? Because I like to keep these a little concise because I'm kind of move through here real quick. Okay. One thing that's important has to do with this. In the next at least 2 to 2.5 weeks, it's going to be very, very important that you listen and follow your intuition. Okay. That's going to be paramount in regards to this. All right. Number two, number two, number two. I have a not. It kind of looks like a bad card here. All right. It's not a card that you want to get. It's a 9 of diamonds, but it is reversed. Okay. So number twos, I want to caution you. Please be careful where you spend your money. If you're out shopping and stuff like that, I feel like there is either a loss of material, theft, stolen, or some unexpected charge or bill or maybe even a garnishment or something like that. But it translates down to either losing material or money. Okay, and more expected or more specifically, I should say, unexpected loss of money. An unexpected loss of money. Okay, so whatever you number twoers are out there doing, please make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's. If anything, maybe this can be circumvented. All right, and yeah, maybe this can be circumvented, but like I say, for some of you number twoers, or if you chose number two, the probability of a unexpected loss of money, which could have a domino effect, possibly, maybe not, but possibly, is a loss of something, an unexpected loss of something. Okay, but also I feel like this is going to be kind of offset here by, for some of you number twoers, also by going to a new level of your work, be that your job, be that your business, or even your own personal work. Okay, so moving right along to number three. Number three. Number three. You guys got the seven of hearts. Okay, so there is going to be some situations, some circumstances that you are actually going to be able to within your relationships, okay, whether that be family or whether that be romantic, um, but it definitely has emotion involved, and you're actually going to be able to learn something about yourself through your interaction, through maybe something that has typically always either pissed you off, set you off, got you off, one of the offs, okay, and but this time this time you are going to, like I said, learn something about yourself. It's almost as if you had a moment of clarity, okay? A moment of clarity about you and about what's going on inside you emotionally. Valuable, valuable, and very powerful, okay? So keep on the lookout for that. And as a result of this, I feel like when this does happen, it's also like an emotional release. So there may have been some emotional knots that have gotten cleared away, making room for new inspiration, new ideas. Okay, and consequently, though, this also may be as a result of a new idea that you have either just recently received or will receive and attempt to put into action in some form or fashion, whether that's a plan, whether that's whatever it is, some new idea. It's going to get your emotions involved, but you're going to be able to learn from that. Okay. So moving right along to number four. Number four. Number four. Number four. Number four. You may find yourself in a situation where somebody is either, I don't want to say manipulating you, but it would that wouldn't be too far off, but they're using money or material things or I really feel strongly as far as finances go, they're using that as leverage on you. So maybe you took a dip and somebody was kind of helping you out, but in return of some kind of way, they have or they will actually begin to start to use this leverage on you. Okay. Something is kind of, like I said, something is kind of dominating you, but I don't really want to use the word dominate, but it is definitely in some ways kind of overpowering you. Okay, so the best thing you can do about that is to rely on yourself, and that begins with trusting yourself. You can open the door to your own self-reliance through your trust, because you got to trust yourself first in order to be self-reliant. And I'm not saying you're not self-reliant, I'm saying within the context or within the situation that you find yourself in. Okay, and one of the other keys to this is thinking more along the lines of universal thinking as well, paying attention to your thoughts, willingly dropping thoughts that no longer serve you. Okay, thought patterns, thoughts about who you are, okay, that are no longer serving you. Okay, because the mind of a servant is different than the mind of a boss. All right, now not everybody can be a boss, like literally in every situation, but you are the boss of you, and it starts with that realizing and that understanding, the boss of your reality. Okay, so moving right along to number five. Number five. Number five. 555. All right. uh I feel like there's going to be a troublemaker here. This can go several different ways. Okay, but you're going to be dealing with a troublemaker, or you probably already know who this is. And maybe there's like a flare up coming, okay, down the pipeline into your experience. A thief, a troublemaker, some type of just somebody who got some bad fucking energy, okay? Now, maybe this may also be you, all right? You may find yourself turning into this person more or less, all right? Yeah. But I really feel more strongly that, and in some ways, it is the same way of saying that if we're dealing with somebody else, they're in our experience for a reason. They're not there by accident, you know? So somehow that is some mirrored aspect of me, is how I gotta think. You know what I mean? So, not excusing anything, but it just makes me have to wonder. Okay, what's going on within me that is, you know, being shown through this person? Okay, so the other, yeah, and that also once again comes down to also monitoring, paying attention. You know, so many things can be vaporized by just simply having awareness of it. Things have the power when you are unaware of it, or when you switch off and go into robot mode, automation mode, automaton mode, which is what basically everything in this reality is designed to get us to do, from the computers to the TV to the everything. Let alone if we have nothing to do, we will go and space the fuck off. Like, I mean, it's a natural thing, but at the same time, when we just do the same things over and over, and it's we're not in control, and that's the whole thing. We're not in control. So just wanted to drop that on you. Number six. This next few weeks is going to see you, number six, getting your communication. If you write or do any type of work that has to do with the written word, studying, school, whatever that is, you definitely got the power. You're going to be kicking ass. Also, you're going to have an uncanny, almost comical ability to kind of be able to manipulate and get your way, when dealing with people and in through your communications through people. So, this also begins with yourself, too, I think. I feel like you're gonna discover something about yourself, allows you to hack yourself, if you will. Sometimes we got to make little hacks for ourselves. For example, if you're going to exercise, like, I mean, sounds simple and it sounds mundane, but it's an allegory, or it's a metaphor, whatever you want to call it. But if you're gonna want to work out, you might want to like have your shoes right by the bed, so that way when you get up, your shoes are right there. That's the one kind of like example that I could kind of think of, but that in itself could be a little hack. It's just enough to where you make it simple enough for you to follow through and do. All right. Now, if you guys want out there some one-on-one consultation, you can definitely book a hour-long consultation with yours truly. Okay. I swear to God, there's been so many times one conversation and one word was enough to change a whole trajectory and a whole dynamic. And it'd be an honor to share that with you. There's also psychic email readings available. Check the description box. There's also psychic email readings available for you. So check the description box, okay? So, moving right along to number seven. Whew, number seven. I hope you wasn't also number five. There, number seven, you got a five of spades reversed. Okay, this five of spades reversed, it's talking about aggression, man. It's really, really talking about aggression, losing one's cool. Maybe somebody losing their cool with you, putting their hands on you, or vice versa, or you, both of you just getting into it or something. But I do feel like this is very much a time for you to be very careful. Depending on the kind of beef or altercation, it could have lasting effects. A month later, even if you bested the person and you run into them and you by yourself or with your kids and they're with their friends, it can get really ugly. So you want to be very, very careful. All right. Is there anything else with that? Yeah, there was some kind of. This is going to be somebody who you had some kind of division with. It was almost like a rip or a tear. Okay. So please be careful about that. Okay. Hopefully, You can circumvent, transmute, transform, switch realities as far as so that way this is no longer valid. Okay, unless it's for your highest good in some form or fashion. I don't know, but you definitely want to. And besides the actual altercation itself, there's also jail time, depending on how, who, what, when, where. You know, and in my opinion, going and sitting in jail is really never worth it. Unless it gets you to look at yourself. But why not do that while you're free, right? Okay, so number eight, you have a ace of spades. Some of you number eights were hoping for something to come through, some type of a job. I'm feeling specifically, it was a job, and you pretty much thought you were going to have it, as sometimes it happens, but it's going to turn out no. Okay, and some of you number eights are kind of resisting. Okay, resisting your own spiritual initiation. There's some other things you've been meaning to do as well. Okay, and you are very capable of taking on different creative projects, all this other stuff like that. But I do feel there's a certain area in your life that is directly attached to your spirituality, whether you know it or not. Okay, many times this is a relationship. Okay, or a relationship to something or circumstance. Okay, but I think because the way human nature is, we will avoid it, avoid it, avoid it until it just blows the fuck up, and there's no other choice but to move on. And sometimes, if it does come to that, then that is how we were, for lack of a better word, meant to experience that and process that, so we can get through that, get the growth, get the jewels from that. All right. So, last but not least, number nine. Number nine, number nine. Okay. This is kind of interesting. It's a very mixed message here. You have a six of spades reversed. Okay. Number nine. First of all, let me tell you, man, this is the card also of blocking the law of attraction, baby. That's right. I said blocking the law of attraction. Where are you blocking your law of attraction? Where are you blocking your magnetism? All right. There's something that you want that just does not seem to go through. You probably wanted it for the last year or two, or wanted to experience it. Okay. Now, one of the things that's coming in the way here for one of you number nines at least is the energy. It's almost an energetic dissonance. Okay. Of energies, meaning you and somebody you're dealing with or somebody you're around. It's almost as if you guys are canceling each other out. However, let me just say this though. First and foremost though, it's your own shit that will cancel something out. I don't care how many people hate you, how many people fight with you, how many this and that. It has to come from you. All right? So, even though yes, they are, as Dr. Keone, I like the way he put this, or if even somebody's throwing at you, because for somebody this relationship is actually a karmic relationship designed to teach you something. So being the fact that it's kind of showing its karmic ass and going bad, as many karmic, or getting very very challenging as many karmic relationships will do, seems to be, it's blocking you, or actually no, you're allowing it to block you, because you're allowing it to take you into another frame, into another emotional state that is not conducive to what you want. And if you're not careful, you will get addicted to feeling that way. Some of you already are. Some of you have been in this relationship or dealt with this thing, whatever it is, for so long. And it's almost as if you guys are, conditioned for that feeling. You're addicted to that feeling. It's like, if I wasn't in, is there anybody that you guys know where all of a sudden when you talk to them your voice changes, maybe your tone gets a little bit harsher and all that? And have you ever stopped and think, why am I like that? With like, this person didn't even do anything, all of a sudden, like, even it's like they could say, do you want some water? It's like, yeah, I want some water. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those type of things. Okay, it's something similar, I should say. Okay, but revisit that inner child. Okay, you're the Christ, all right? Revisit that inner child. That's what they're telling me to tell you. Revisit that inner child, because the more you revisit by way of memory, by way of other things, you step into that time and place when you was a child, where hopefully that it was good, and that vibration right there will begin to spread throughout your whole shit. Okay, because when you were a child, there was a time when you were, excited. You kind of maybe felt a little bit alive. You felt definitely very, very creative. Okay, so the heart is the place to go for you. All right, so that has been your energetic reading for this time. We'll see you before the new year. Peace and blessings to everybody.